This is Bengals Nation with Coach Marvin Lewis, presented by Banquet Pot Pies.
Welcome to Bengals Nation here at the Holy Grail. Jen Dalton alongside Bob Herzog. And the Bengals did it again.
What?
They pulled off another win, 17-10 against the Chargers. It was very exciting, and you can feel it is rocking in here.
Oh, it's rocking. You know me, I like to rock, Jen.
I'm rocking
That's
it
what
out.
you are, back and forth.
Look at
That's
me.
what we're doing. A lot going on tonight, as always. We've got the fan games, of course. We've got the Banquet tic-tac-toe toss, or as I like to call it, the greatest game in the history of mankind. We have the Bud Light football toss. We also have the Cincinnati Sports League's football flicker. That's all coming up on the Eichler Golf Car stage. If you listen very, very closely, you actually hear them strumming a little bit right now. Gangbox will be up there providing the musical entertainment. We've also got Brad and Marvin. They'll be talking about the key player of the game. And then over the Cincinnati Bell autograph table, one of my favorite guys, Domata Peko.
Such a great guy.
In the house.
Gosh,
Yeah,
he's
he is.
so cool. And speaking of cool, it's time now to send it over to two cool guys, Brad and Coach. And Brad, I know Indianapolis has a great quarterback, but do you think that Andrew might run out of luck in Cincinnati?
I like what you did there. That was good.
Thanks, Jen. Yeah, I get it because his name is Luck. Yeah, that's clever. We're going to break down the game with the Indianapolis Colts coming up. We will also break down what happened with the San Diego Chargers. We'll do it all in the next half hour. So much more to come. For now, let's send it back to the Holy Grail, Mike and his special guest.
All right, thanks a lot, Brad. We're here at the Cincinnati Bell autograph table with Domata Peko in a locker room full of good guys. He's truly one of the great ones. Brought his own stuff tonight. He'll be autographing that, taking fan questions, and he'll make a minute or two to talk with us about his season so far and what he's hoping to see from the Cincinnati Bengals over the final 4 games of the year. That and more coming up with Domata Peko. But first, let's send it back to you and Coach Lewis.
Thank you, Mike. Marvin, traveling is always daunting. On the road's never fun. West Coast, even less so. You got time zones. This week, you had temperature changes that were fairly significant. So my guess is, grinding it out through all of that, you had to be pretty satisfied with what you got.
I was. We probably had about a 60-degree change in temperatures from what we practiced in outside on Wednesday, Thursday. A little warmer on Friday.
Yeah.
Friday was about 40-something, and to be in San Diego and it probably being about 75, 76 at kickoff. So pretty warm day, warm, bright, sunny day, and I thought our guys handled the entire week exceptionally and obviously showed their toughness throughout the football game.
It was good results. We'll get through on some of that stuff. For now, let's find out what the players have to say about getting ready to face the Indianapolis Colts.
He's the guy that's come into a situation where he's following Peyton Manning, and so for him, he's done a really good job of making it his own. And so he's a guy that I kind of knew him a little bit in high school just because he's kind of from the same area as me, and so it's fun to watch his career, throughout college and now in the NFL.
Time now for the Kia Key Player of the Game, brought to you by the Greater Cincinnati Kia dealers. And this week's player made a mistake during the game, but he was still the key to the Bengals' victory. Right, Brad?
Yeah, Jen, our player of the week, going to give it to Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. Okay, he fumbled, but what he did before and after got the Bengals the win on the road. The law firm filing a motion against the Chargers. 20 carries, 92 yards and a score. His most productive game this season. His hard-earned yards at the end of the game, squaring the Bengals away. No objections here. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, our player of the week. This was certainly one of his best games as he came out in San Diego. Any truth to your monitoring his workload, or does it become situational and let people speculate on their own?
Yeah, you got it, Brad.
I kind of finished that whole thing on my own, didn't I?
That's right. You answered your own question. You're good.
That's all the way it is.
It's more, really the whole thing has been to preserve as much Gio as we can throughout to make sure that we have him ready to go and fresh, and they both stay fresh throughout the football. But with what we were doing at the end of the football game, it was a Ben Jarvis type of day there.
We talked about grinding it out, and it was a workmanlike effort in San Diego. Is it fair to say that when you're dealing with that kind of situation, that's kind of the name of the game, and that you needed to grind that game out?
Well, we need to, when you're a defensive coach, to lose the football game the way they lost the game is demoralizing, because you got the football just running right down your throats at the end of the game, and that's kind of the worst thing to have happen to you. And it's great for our guys, but you break the spirit of the other group.
Okay. When we see you next, know what we're going to do? We're going to be in the coach's room. We're going to telestrate just a little bit. Before we do that, let's send it back to the Holy Grail and John.
Thanks, Brad. Are you hosting the next big game day party? Want to serve up something that will tickle your guests' taste buds? Banquet meals and pot pies are sure to be a big hit with your crowd. Banquet, so good for so little. Time now to send it over to Mike. He's with the fabulous Domata Peko. Guys.
All right, thanks, Jen. We're back here at the Cincinnati Bell autograph table with defensive tackle Domata Peko. You know, what a job by you guys. You've had two major injuries this year, Leon Hall, Geno Atkins. In the case of Geno, was it a matter of you, Carlos, Michael, coming together, picking up the slack, and making sure whether it was Brandon or Devin that they were up to speed as well?
Devin and Brandon, man, has done a great job ever since Geno went down. You know, everyone was kind of like going into hectic, you know, like when it first happened. But, you know, in our system, man, it's the next man up. And they did a great job of coming in, playing physical, and just being themselves. You know, not trying to be like Geno, but just being themselves and going out there and making a name for themselves.
Well, I'm sure your job being next to Geno is a lot harder now, but to the naked eye, certainly doesn't look that way. The Bengals defensive front four continues to get it done. We'll have more with Domata Peko later in the show.
It's time once again for the Banquet Pot Pie Tic-Tac-Toe Toss. I've got Stephanie, I've got Harold, both from Cincinnati. Here is how it's going to work. You've got the Banquet logos, you've got the Bengals logos. Back and forth, trying to get 3 in a row. Winner gets a gift card. Are you ready? Let's change live. Stephanie, get us started. Oh, my gosh. Harold, man. Ooh, Harold says no. Interesting. Wow. You guys might be the most skilled players we've ever had at this. Oh! Boom. 1 and 2 and 3. Harold, winner. Stephanie, excellent effort. Thank you both so much for playing. As Gangbox sends us to break, keep in mind a lot more to go here on Bengals Nation. Domata Peko going to take fan questions. Brad and Marvin, they're over at the Telestrator, and the Bud Light football toss coming up as well. It's all on Bengals Nation.
Banjo ringing through the dang dogs got more rights.
Welcome back to Bengals Nation, sponsored by the Holy Grail.
This population got a stand of people we gotta fight.
Come on down to the Holy Grail, Cincinnati's home for all Bengals games with football fans, 30 HD TVs, surround sound, great food. Have I mentioned that they have great food here before? I think I have. And bucket specials. This is the place to be for all Bengals games, both home and away. Your search is over. You found the Holy Grail. Time now to send it over to Brad and Coach. They're ready at the Telestrator.
Hey, Jen, we are in the coach's room working on the Telestrator. Marvin's already previewing his stuff. He's working through it. He's got some teaching to do as we get ready to take us through the Chargers.
Well, I couldn't stop, Brad. I got too many plays.
All right.
But this is our second, I think, possession here. Series down, running down the ball on the goal line. And, again, we'll take a look at it from behind. But it's just a great job here. We get Mike Pollard pulling around. We get a great double team and X that guy out. Pollard pulling around. And the back up and through. We're bluffing there, and then we're blocking here and going. And so this is what you want in your running game, and just an excellent job by our guys all day long. The next play, this is the goal line. This is a touchdown. And, again, I put this one on just because of the – I mean, you run the ball in from the 4-yard line like this. Again, great double team here, pull around, Domata kick out. Whitworth going to come and kick out.
Pulling guard of Andrew Whitworth.
Yeah,
I like
you
that.
know, he showed his versatility. And then this last play here, it's a third down play. Again, Andrew Hawkins gave us a big lift. We get coverage here where they're trying to play man underneath coverage here and looking over here for a whole player to get the crosser. And so we get Andrew one-on-one. He beats the guy, and now we got a big gain.
Yeah, that was a huge play.
Big play in the game, changes field position. You see good protection, good pocket, everything you want there, and Andrew one-on-one.
Got to win your one-on-ones.
Then defensively, here's the second down play. And to me, what was impressive about this, you see the coverage. We've got all the receivers matched up. If you look, they're all matched up in all these areas. And then you come here, and so he has to check the ball down. And just an excellent open field tackle by Vontez on one of the best open field backs there are in the league right now. And, you know, Matthews is just a great back, strong, and Vontez is able to work through the stiff arm and get him on the ground. That's just an excellent play. And then to me, this is one of my favorite plays in the game here. This was the play right before half. And I think this set a great tone for the game, that here they are going to run the draw. And, you know, to me, that just sent a tone of what it's going to be. And right there, no nonsense. We're not letting you have anything, and we're going to drive you backwards by Vontez. And then the last play here is a great job here. And again, just a great play, third down play, big third down. They've got at least a field goal going here, and a great job by Kirkpatrick of fighting back in and taking the ball away from Gates. You see, we've got everybody manned up, and here's the open guy, he thinks, but Dre does a great job of recovering. You get that off of there. You see it from behind and pulling the ball out. But you see him just pull the ball away here from Gates. Just an excellent job.
Yeah, good stuff all the way around. You said grind it out. They ground it out very well in San Diego. Hope they can do it against the Colts. We're all Colts from here on out. For now, let's send it back to the Holy Grail. A little Q&A with Mike.
Questions for Bengals defensive tackle Domata Peko. First up tonight, Chuck from Amelia.
I just want to know, when you're playing on the offense, you think you'll ever get a chance to carry the ball and score a touchdown?
Oh, man. That would be a dream come true. But I have a couple plays they give me every game, and whatever play they call, that's the one I run. So, but hopefully one of these games, the big boy will get a touchdown for us.
The Refrigerator Jr.
What is on your Christmas list for this year?
Trying to get that first round bye is my first thing on my Christmas list, buddy.
Do you have any good luck charms for game day?
I don't really believe in luck, you know, but every game I always give thanks to the man upstairs for giving me strength and for allowing me to play this game. So I think my good luck charm will be my big man upstairs.
Other than football, what is your favorite sport to watch?
Other than football, my favorite sport is soccer. I'm a big fan of soccer, and I love the Premier League. So shout out to Manchester United, Wayne Rooney, Van Persie. Much love.
And hey, Bengals Nation, let's hear it for the big fella, Domata Peko.
Time now for the Bud Light ball toss, and joining me this week is Brian from Cincinnati. And Brian, all you have to do is try to get one of the mini footballs in each one of the 3 holes. You have 5 chances. What do you think you can do tonight?
Hopefully I can make the crowd happy.
There you go. I like it. He's a crowd pleaser type of guy. I'm going to step out and let you go to town, Brian. And while he's doing that, I'm going to remind you that, ooh, that was so close. The Holy Grail always has great bucket specials on Bud Light during games. So make sure you come down and check that out. Oh, in and out. Brian, I'm telling you, he's going for that right hole right there. He's been so close a couple times. Oh, and you know what? Brian, that's okay, because you were so close. I'm going to give you the Bud Light prize pack anyway. Good job, my friend. Hooday.
Another touchdown from Dalton Green.
Stay with us on Bengals Nation. Coach Marvin Lewis breaks down the Indianapolis Colts. And more from Gang Box on the Eichler Golf Car stage. All coming up on Bengals Nation. Welcome back to Bengals Nation, presented by Banquet Pot Pies.
We got Gang Box up on the Eichler Golf Car stage, singing their hit song, Claremont County. Up there, it's Jason Ritchie and Ronnie Vaughn. They've got sort of a motto: you yell it, they play it. That's sort of how they get it done. They're on Facebook. We'll get you a link to that. But keep in mind, Ronnie's band, that's Vaughn and Company, they've got a new CD out called Play It Again. Jason has a new solo CD coming out on December 21st. That is 6-String Manifest. So a lot going on. Again, go to local12.com. We will get you to their Facebook page. But for right now, we're going to send it back over to Brad and Coach. Colts, you know, they're pretty good, guys. Pretty good, but those horses have no chance. See, the Bengals, they're like the Secretariat of football teams. Am I right?
Thanks, Bob. Your Kentucky Derby knowledge, very impressive. Let's get to the Colts. This is a puzzling team, Coach. We've got 8 games, 5 of the wins by no more than a possession, or they get a blowout loss. Now, 2 of the wins, you get Denver and Seattle. As you look at film, have you figured out the inconsistency on this team?
Well, I think the thing has come down to, they've won some close games that they were behind in. They've come back and won the games. Okay. And then they also beat San Francisco out there in San Francisco, so they beat some good football teams. And but Andrew Luck has been the key point in these games. Is if it's close, he gives them an opportunity to win the football game at the end.
Well, and that's what you want from your quarterback. He is as good as advertised. How do you game plan against this quarterback?
Well, you got to be consistent with the first off, as anytime we say, is we've got to limit the runs. We've got to take away the running game, make it a one-dimensional game, and then we've got to press the pocket in around him. He's a very capable runner. This guy is an athlete. He's a big, fast man, and he's a true football player. I mean, this guy's just more than a quarterback passer. He's a real football player.
Some of his luck, and no pun intended, has changed without Reggie Wayne, but T.Y. Hilton has kind of emerged as his guy. What makes T.Y. special?
T.Y. has excellent speed. And he's a good run after the catch guy, but he's got excellent speed. He can really track the football in the air, so he's an explosive guy that way.
I know your mantra doesn't change. It's next game. This is the most important game. But as it gets closer to the end, there's no secret about this. Two division leaders, and you climb the ladder. The ladder's right in front of you. You move up a spot in the playoffs if you take care of this team.
That's big. And, you know, it's going to be a playoff atmosphere here at Paul Brown Stadium. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is what you play all the games for. That's why the guys spend all the time working they do. And now we're at that part of the season where now it's time to knuckle down and let's get after it.
The Bengals take on the Colts on Sunday afternoon. Then Sunday night, Sports Authority breaking it all down for you. We will be talking Bengals, Lapham at the telestrator, Doug Pelfrey and Richard Skinner weighing in, breaking down where the Bengals stand on the playoff push. That's on the Sports Authority right after Local 12 News Sunday night. Hey, when we see you again, Marvin's got his must to take down the Colts. We'll have that for you. But first, let's send it back to the Holy Grail and Mike.
Okay, thanks a lot, Brad. We'll see what Coach Lewis thinks is a key to beating Andrew Luck and the Colts tomorrow afternoon. Time now for our OU Get Educated segment. And tonight we're talking about the health of the offensive line. Kevin Zeitler likely to be back on Sunday from that foot injury and not a moment too soon. As you know, Clint Bowling tore an ACL last Sunday in San Diego. He is done for the season. Bengals had to do some in-game shuffling along that offensive line against the Chargers with Andrew Whitworth sliding over to guard. He played well there. He may have to stay there. But still, if Zeitler can return tomorrow, it would certainly fortify the right side of that offensive line.
It'd be good to have another guy back because anytime the more guys you got that can play and rotate and do whatever, you know, it's always a good thing to be able to have enough O-linemen that you're not worried about who's in there. And Pollock's done a tremendous job, and I'll be interested to see how all that works out.
Time now for our final fan game of the evening. It's the Cincinnati Sports League's football flicker. And joining me this evening are Kurt and Melantha. And here's what you have to do, guys. You each get 2 chances to try to get one of the mini footballs through the field goal. And you both look pretty good in practice. So, Kurt, I'm going to let you go first. Melantha and I are going to step back, go right ahead and see what you got. Kurt can do this. Oh, so close. Take another try. You get 2 tries. You get 2. And it was perfect in practice. Oh, super close. Oh, that's all right. A little bit to the left. No worries. One more try, Melantha. Oh, very close. I don't know. This one is a tough call. Melantha, I'm going to give it to you since you actually hit the field goal. All right. More on the way from the Holy Grail on Bengals Nation. Mike has more with Domata Peko. And you can't miss Marvin's Must. All coming up on Bengals Nation. Welcome back to Bengals Nation, presented by Banquet Pot Pies. What's better than a free phone? A phone on Cincinnati Bell's network, the fastest network in town. And right now, all phones are on sale for as low as free this holiday season at Cincinnati Bell. You heard that right. All phones are free this holiday season at Cincinnati Bell. Has someone on your list asked for the new iPhone 5C or the HTC One? What about the brand new LG G2? Well, dash on down to Cincinnati Bell, where all the newest phones are on sale for as low as free this holiday season. Plus, purchase a new smartphone data plan, and it will be free through March of 2014. So call, click, or come in to Cincinnati Bell this holiday season, and you're sure to find something great for everyone on your list. Advertised price based on competitor trade-in and mail-in rebate. Certain restrictions apply, and see store for details. Cincinnati Bell. You entertain with all phones free. Time now to send it over to Mike. He's with Domata Peko.
All right, thanks a lot, Jen. Final minute or 2 here at the Cincinnati Bell autograph table with Domata Peko. You know, you got the Indianapolis Colts coming in this week, and when you think of Andrew Luck, you would think classic pocket passer with good footwork, whether he has to slide or step up. But if the routes break down and he has to take off, he can do it. You can't sleep on him, can you?
Nah, man, he ran like a 4.5, I think, in the combine, so you know he can scoot. So as a defensive line especially, we really got to make sure we push the pocket, keep him contained, and the best answer to that is get him on his back.
Back, that's right. Domata Peko of Cincinnati Bengals, the defensive tackle, joining us here at the Cincinnati Bell autograph table.
Don't forget to sign up for the Eichler Golf Cart giveaway. Come down to Bengals Nation to sign up or visit local12.com under the contest tab to submit your entry. We'll be giving away the Eichler Golf Car here at Bengals Nation on December 18th.
Okay, Coach, back home against the Colts. The record's perfect at home. What's your must to keep it that way?
I think we need to get a fast start. We gotta play great football early in this game, poised, start fast, focused on doing our jobs, and come out and just go at it. Pressure's on them. We're at home. We've been in this environment. We've been through this a few times, and we got to get after it.
All right, looking forward to getting after it. Hope you get a chance to be there. We thank you for being here this week again. For everybody down at the Holy Grail, from Mike and Jen and Bob, for the coach, I'm Brad Johansson. Thanks for joining us, and until next week, Who Day.
Promotional consideration provided by Ohio University. It's you. Banquet, so good for so little. Cincinnati Sports Leagues, bringing you the best adult sports leagues, happy hours, and events in the city since 2001. Eichler, largest selection of big toys for big boys. Holy Grail, your search is over, you found the Holy Grail. Bud Light, an official sponsor of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Cincy Apparel, Cincinnati's premier supplier of custom t-shirts, corporate wear, and promotional products.